It's the Blue Jay. Let's say what's up with Mr. Blue Jay. Hey, Mr. Blue Jay. Hey, Mr. Blue Jay. I don't see you yet. Where are you? I can hear him. There he is. Oh, okay. He's up in here. I always see my birds before I always hear my birds before I see them. I forgot I brought out this Bluetooth speaker. It's still sitting there. Mr. Blue Jay, what are you doing, bro? That's the mockingbird up there. The mockingbird and the blue jay don't get along, so they could have been talking, because the mockingbirds have been here longer. The blue jays are the new residents, and those mockingbirds are kind of bullies. I don't know. The blue jay is still up in here, and the mockingbird is up on the chimney. He's like, what are you doing in my hood, bruh? The blue jay is the one that goes, meow, meow. You know, I've never seen the mockingbird give him this much a hard time in the morning, but I usually say hi to him in the morning. What's up, Mr. Blue Jay? There he is. What's up, Mr. Blue Jay? Is that mockingbird bothering you? Is that mockingbird bothering you, bro? Don't worry about the mockingbird. Don't worry about that mockingbird. He ain't gonna hurt you. He's all bark. There he is. Yeah, he's up there. And that hawk, I don't know if you saw the video, but the hawk come up and took a bath a couple of days. You've got to, that's my Goldstein stamp. If you got to check out that video of the hawk. I just bought these things. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. Hey, I'm live on YouTube. Just so you know, you're walking into a live scene on YouTube. This is Bill. He's a friend of mine. Took care of some stuff when I was in Santa Monica. I was just showing my viewers the birds. There's a standoff between the mockingbird, who's up on the chimney, and Mr. Blue Jay, who's the new resident. And I was telling everybody about the hawk that come and took a bath, but there was a hawk come and took a bath over there. Like 8 minutes of video I got on YouTube of that hawk. Huh. But I was just standing up here on the porch, and I was quiet. I didn't say a word the whole time. Big ass bird, and he's all chilling, enjoying the morning bath, you know.
Hey, sometimes I read Newsbreak, and they have videos that are posted by users.
Yeah.
And there'll only be like maybe 10 or 20 or sometimes 100 views on it.
Yeah.
Why do people post those?
I don't know anything about Newsbreak. I wish I knew. I have no idea what you're talking about.
If you're a poster and you post something, is there a benefit to you? Do you get money from that?
I'm gonna guess, okay? This is just a guess. But if it's social media, it's engagement. They're looking to get you on the platform, keep you on the platform, and then advertise to you. So the idea that you're publishing a news story and people are watching it because it's you, that's all that matters to sell you ads, you know? It's Amazon that's paying for it, or whoever.
Oh, okay.
It's addiction economy. If they can get your eyeballs stuck there, they're gonna put ads in front of you, mission accomplished. That's pretty much everything.
It seems like it's it's like clickbait. You click on it and
it's called the addiction economy. And if you do some searches, like if you get onto AI and you're like, you know, what's happening with the addiction economy, some people are predicting it's kind of collapsing, because like there's a guy who's talking about in China, like, you know, we've got drug problems here and they got all of the people using drugs. In China, they're all trying to be online, but you see them all lined up in a Skid Row kind of format, but they're all online trying to be a superstar and addicted to the idea that they're going to be famous. But it's the addiction economy imploding on itself, where the numbers aren't working because, you know, it's just not working anymore. So there's this is just talk, right? This isn't facts, but, you know, we're seeing changes in economic systems. You know, I was hearing about the Epstein. Have you heard about what's going on with that, or have any comments? That's a touchy subject.
Do I have any comments on it? I'm glad that it's all blowing up like it is, because
please, yes,
it needs to be blown up.
Let's hear the truth. That's it in a nutshell. Can we hear the truth, right? Am I wrong? That's what I want to know, the truth. You know, you say contradictory things and people don't trust you. That's normal. That's human. You know, you can't be illogical and expect people to trust you. And I think we need more truth out here. That's a simple answer. What's wrong with that?
Are you ever going to get that from the current administration?
What do you think about my new bell box,
got it
bro?
from the previous administration either, but I mean, it doesn't seem like our politicians know the truth.
Well, they know the truth can hurt their career, is what they know. Yeah, that's a lot of buzz. I don't want to get too deep in the weeds there, you know. I would rather it age well. What do you think about my new mailbox? Look, I put the raised letters and all that on it.
Well, I don't think your YouTube people are going to be that interested.
I don't care.
In your raised letters on your
I don't care what
mailbox.
anybody thinks. You're worried about my YouTube people. Look, there's
if you're
5
gonna-
of them.
if you're
All
gonna-
5 of them, Bill. Look at that.
Oh, you have five
Yeah.
viewers.
Right, there's 5 people laughing at
Well,
us
you
right
got
now.
4 or 3 now after you did that one.
No, I told these guys I was going to go live every day. Most of them, I mean, this could be the guy that owns the lot over here. You know, these are people we know. This isn't just like random people on YouTube. So I sent out, hey, subscribe and I'll keep you updated. I'm going to go live every day. Right now, let's show them. Right now, they're cleaning up. I just reported the fresco, and then they come and they clean up the graffiti. This is the graffiti team. And pretty much anytime after a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you know, everybody's getting high, and then they do a bunch of graffiti over there. So it's a
Somebody wrote
normal.
a nice poem on the sidewalk.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I read it. I didn't, you know, I saw that somebody took the time to get a magic marker and write a little poem about
And what were you? What? Let's just get your opinion. What's your opinion of what was their state of mind when they were writing that poem on the
I don't know.
sidewalk?
The graffiti was not obnoxious. It wasn't gang related. It was
Right.
simply a poem saying something about "you're my soulmate," etc.
Right.
And
Right.
I didn't find it that offensive, but I wondered what the graffiti team was doing. Even on the new overpass, the Belmont overpass, there's graffiti up there already.
Right. And do you know about the graffiti task force that was initiated about a year ago?
You mean these guys?
No, that's the graffiti team. But the graffiti task force is an element of law enforcement. And basically what they do is they go out and they're supposed to figure out who's putting the tags up there and do felony prosecutions based on an accumulation of evidence that once they do over a couple of $100 worth of damages, it's supposed to be a felony, right? And they're supposed to go do jail time and all that, but nobody prosecutes it. But I mean, I've seen some PR, like they've got some visibility on it, like, hey, these guys have gotten felonies, but I don't know anybody got a felony. And I know people that put particular tags over there, and they're all excited because they're not going to get in trouble. That's called criminal impunity. And their little love letters, like, oh, everybody loves it, so I'm not a criminal.
So
I think that's just part of their MO.
The city's letting people put murals up underneath the bridges or overpasses and everything.
Well, that's different. When it's under contract, it's not considered damage to property. But when it's not under contract and it's a homeless person and they're like, I love the universe, please welcome me back, but they're destroying public property, and we have to use tax dollars to come and do this kind of repair. It doesn't matter that you had what you thought was a nice message. You're still violating, right, the law. You're still destroying public property. You're still tasking this guy to come and erase your love message. So opinions don't matter. That's a criminal act.
You're keeping someone employed, gainfully
Yeah,
employed by
but
cleaning up the
a dog
graffiti.
chasing his tail, is that employment? You know?
It is a pretty. It's a never-ending thing with the graffiti.
Right.
I have to admit.
Yeah, but I think a lot of it is optics. They're like, we're going to put people in jail, and then they put a couple of people in jail and they post up pictures, and maybe those are just retards that they baited into some scheme so they could rattle their sabers. But finding real predators that literally terrorize people. Like there's a guy named Taco who talks about the green light, and then over here at the Fast and Save, there was a green light situation where actual gang members are talking about actual green lights at the actual place where there is a taco tag right over there right now. And the police don't want to know the facts about Taco. They don't care.
You went way beyond. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
with
local
the Taco
colloquialisms, but someone was shot over here on April 19th.
tag. What's a green?
A green light means that's a permission to shoot someone according to the gang code.
Oh.
You've been identified as a target to be killed. That's a
Okay.
green light.
All right.
So if I say you're on the green light, that means I've given permission
surprised
for
if
you to
you
be
were.
killed. I've had people mention me in the context of the green light. It's a colloquialism, like you don't want to be found on the green light. You don't want to be put on the green light. It's just, I mean, right here in this particular corner, I don't know if it's everywhere, but the fact is that if you start talking about those facts, the police all of a sudden start getting clammy. They don't want to be part of a murder investigation if they can avoid it. They want to protect their own family. And if it's the cartels over here, all of a sudden the police can get scared. You know, Miguel Arreies, you know, that's another example. That guy, the city council member, I confronted facts with him, and he refused to identify himself. He's so afraid of the truth. But that's what I was talking to him. I know who's writing this stuff. Do you know why they're doing it? Do you know the criminal stuff that's going on? And he's like, you know, he didn't want to answer any questions because he's a politician.